everybody, welcome back to 𝘿𝙚𝓵𝓪𝓻. Today we have a new deck for you called the Solar Vengeance, featuring our Druddigon from Brilliant Stars. We're trying to use the Revenge attack, doing 120 extra damage if you have one of your Pokemon knocked out during your opponent's last turn, plus a 40 base damage, 160 for only 2 energies. You need to attach a Fire and a Water to. It's 2 different types of energy. So how do we do that? We have our Froslass, Frost Over ability. Once you evolve this card from your hand, you get to attach a Water energy from your discard pile to any one of your Pokemon in any way you like. So you only get to use it once, that's why we have Scoop Up Net. So we have only 2 copies of Froslass and Snorunt, 2 copies of Scoop Up Net to recycle the ability. We have our Castform to attack as well. Castform is our primary attacker. Once it gets knocked out, we get to use the Revenge. So the first attacker is obviously Castform. We can also attack with Entei for this deck, so it helps us draw cards with that fleet-footed ability. Very useful ability to help you draw that extra 1 card from the top deck. And it also does Burning Rondo for 20 base damage plus 20 more for each bench Pokemon on both players' battlefield. So this is a very strong card. It helps you attack fast. It's a turbo attacker, only 2 energies. We got our Magma Basin to help us charge up our bench Entei or Castform to do attacks fast. We can also use Froslass's ability to satisfy that extra colorless energy cost for Castform or Burning Rondo. We can also use Frost Over to charge up Lumineon for the Aqua Return attack, doing 120 damage, but also allowing you to put this card back into your hand after playing for the Luminescent ability. So if you want to save yourself from wasting 2 prize, then this attack is going to help out a lot. We also have 1 Manaphy to help us protect our bench. We have 4 Level Balls, 4 Quick Balls, 1 Ultra Ball, 1 Gloria, and 1 Capture Energy to help us bench our Pokemons fast. Set up our bench with as many Snorunts and attackers as fast as we can. We need at least 1 Castform and 1 Druddigon, and also a Snorunt to start with. If we can get Entei out as well, that would be great. So we don't have that many copies of our main attackers. We only have 1 Entei, 3 Castforms, and 2 Druddigons. That's why we are playing 1 copy of Rod to help us recycle our Pokemons, and energy cards just in case we don't get to use Magma Basin. We can't use this card for our Dragon type or our Water type Pokemon, by the way. We can only use it for either Entei or Castform, so make sure you're aware of that. And also, High Pressure Blast requires you to discard a Stadium card from play. So if you want to use this Castform to attack, you have to discard either a Magma Basin or your other Stadium cards. We're only playing 4 copies of Magma Basin, and then 1 extra copy of Surge has about to help us reduce damage done to all basic Pokemon by 20. So if there is no Stadium card in play, you cannot do any damage with this attack. High Pressure Blast does 0 damage for 3 energies. Next, we have 2 Energy Surge to help us get our basic energy cards, either Fire or Water, just because we are playing 2 different types here. We need to be discarding our Fire for Magma Basin and discarding Water for Frost Over ability to work. So we have 8 copies of basic Fire, 3 basic Water, and then 1 extra Capture for our energy cards. As for our supporter cards, we have 2 Marnie, 3 Research, 2 Milo to help us discard those energy cards from our hand so that we get to use our Magma Basin and the ability. We also have 1 Bird Keeper to help us switch and draw 3 cards. We also get to shuffle our hand with Shauna, and if one of our Pokemon gets knocked out on our last turn, we get to draw up to 8 cards in our hand. So quite a wide variety of supporter cards here. We also have 2 Raihan to help us fast charge our Druddigon to attack with 2 energies. We can even search for that extra different type for Revenge to do 160 damage. We've got 3 Choice Belt in this deck that help us do extra 30. So all we need is 1 Choice Belt on either one of our attackers to do 190 or 180 damage, and then the next one is going to collect the knockout against a VMAX with only 160 base or 150 base. So that actually helps us do a VMAX 2-hit knockout with this super strong 1 prize deck. So Raihan is basically there just in case you can't get your Froslass out in time. If you can't bench your Snorunt early, then that's okay. We still got 2 extra copies of Security to help us get that extra 1 energy for Druddigon or even our bench Castform. We can also do Magma Basin Raihan for Castform to attack immediately after they knock out one of our Pokemon on their last turn. We can still continue to attack without break. So that's all for the deck list. That's great for gameplay. So let's go for our first game. They got a metal deck. We got a Dragonite coin for our Dragon type Druddigon, and also the Weather Castform. So it's basically the Soaring Storms theme deck box coin. Sorry, theme box coin. And we got our Celebrations box just because, as usual, that's the fanciest box we own. We got our Fire deck sleeve for Castform and Entei. Magma Basin as well. We got 2 Choice Belt. We get to discard our Water Energy card. Let's get a Castform. We should be getting Snorlax though, maybe. We actually don't have Snorlax anymore, so this is one of the early lists. I don't quite like Snorlax just because you have to pass the turn, and also you need to scoop it up. So you need to waste your Scoop Up Net for Snorlax, and we actually need it. We need to use them for our Froslass. So using it for Snorlax is actually wasting that extra copy. So it's better to have like other abilities to help you draw, like your Entei and Lumineon. I swapped those cards for the final list. So those cards actually help you get the supporter card and save your hand much easier. but you actually have that extra liability of the 2 price. You have to waste 2 price if your opponent boss or knock out your Lumineon on the bench. So that's the bad thing about those cards. But I actually prefer, you know, a faster, high speed hand save, hand rescue, than that, you know, a full 1 price deck. So we are only playing 1 copy anyways, it's not that bad. Only 1 copy of Entei V and 1 Lumineon, so only 2 in total V cards in this deck. But for this game, the list has only 2 Snorlax and no V cards. We also have only 3 Magma Basin for this list, so this is quite a different list. Only for the first few games. But later on, the game slowly converges into the final list, which is the best one, I would say, because it actually gave me the most wins. It's like overall the best one that I could, has the best statistics, has the best result. So I'm wondering whether to attach to this or the other one. They're probably going to boss it the next turn. So if they got Bird Keeper, Switch, Bird Keeper, Escape Rope or Switch, then they can actually do a Metal Saucer and attack, but they can't do Boss Order at the same time. So I don't think there is much of a difference if I attach one or to one or the other. We got Froslass for the next turn. So all we need is Magma Basin. If they knock out one of the Castform, they didn't use a Boss Order, that's great. They could still play Cross Switcher or Pokemon Catcher though. Toy Catcher as well. Toy Catcher actually works for Castform if you play like Magma Basin too many times, because it only has 70 HP and you have to place 2 damage counters on it with the Basin. So Toy Catcher, be aware of that card. If they do Inteleon as well, they can do, you can catch your Castform with that item, that silly item card. 50 HP I think, if you have 50 or less HP remaining. People love using that card with Greed and VMAX, because it actually works really well. Turnip Prophet and Toy Catcher. It's like the perfect combo, isn't it? Magical Symphony. Okay, let's get a Water Energy. We should be getting a Fire though, right? For Castform. I thought I had a Research because I wanted to discard the Water. So let's just do our Froslass. Let's get another Snorunt. Should we do a Froslass? Let's do our Snorunt because we can't even attack with that extra 1 water. That water is not going to help us. We have to retreat somehow. We should have just attacked with Druddigon just now. We can do a base 70 damage, which is not bad, but I'm aiming to do a 1-hit knockout with that Fire type. Because 150 is enough if we hit the weakness. If they don't play Coating Energy, let's hope they don't have that card. So we actually have 1 copy of Experience Share in this deck as well. Instead of 2 Raihans, we have 1 Raihan and 1 Experience Share, I think. So Rusted Shield, Rusted Sword. They are not built against 1 price decks. It's quite obvious that they are trying to target those VMAX, V-Star with their rusted tool cards. So let's do our Marnie. We should be doing Froslass first. We get to use Druddigon, but it's not going to give us the knockout. So might as well just do our Castform. We can't actually do Magma Basin, which is quite sad. Because we haven't discarded any energies. So we don't have a Milo for this deck, that was the reason. This list doesn't have a Milo, it has only 3 Research, couple of Quick Balls, and that's it. You can't actually discard your energy that easily with Research, because you need them in your hand. We have like 1 Energy Search as well. The final list has 2 Energy Search, which is the best one. I keep repeating myself, but it's important to, you know, it's important to take note of those details. Because 2 base, we actually need basic Energy Search. If we don't get to search our deck, we can't actually do Druddigon that easily, because we only have 3 water energy in this deck. And Frost Over, you need to not only get it out into your hand, you need to discard it to be able to play your Froslass, otherwise it's not going to help you out. So that's why we have 2 Raihan for that security, just in case we can't do Froslass in time, because sometimes it takes a bit of time for us to achieve our Froslass. So we can't do Magma Basin, we're forced to do a Druddigon this turn. That's fine, because we just need one more strike after this one. So we're gonna save the Froslass just because Experience Share already helped us. We're not gonna do Boss Order. We're just gonna, we may actually do a Snorlax and then hopefully charge up 2 Castforms to attack. But they may just play a coating though, so I think it's safer to attack right now. We already got a knockout. They already got 1 knockout on their last turn. That means we already can do 160 damage. So let's just prepare another Druddigon. We should be benching the Snorlax though, because we have a bad hand right now. So imagine if that was a Lumineon. If that was an Entei even, we still get to attack with just 1 fire energy. We got Froslass for that extra water. So all we need is 1 fire energy in our hand to attack with Burning Rondo. So that's how powerful those V cards are. Even though they die quite easily and your opponent gets 2 prize, you still get to save yourself very quickly, and that actually gives you an extra few turns to win the game. It's much more easy to win the game that way. Snorlax is just wasting too many turns. And if your opponent plays a Marnie after Gorman dies, that's like the worst feeling ever. It's gonna destroy your hand and set you back to 0, and you're gonna have to restart your hand all over again. So Gorman dice is not really a good ability, to be honest. It's quite shit. And they just healed with a Nurse Joy, Pokemon Center Lady, so we are down to, we need 120 more damage. Down to 120 HP left for Zacian, but we just need 1 extra energy to do Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw can actually knock them out, so we just need to do Froslass. Attach the extra 1 energy to Druddigon. We don't need to waste our Castform. So if they boss or the knockout Castform, we can still attack with the same Druddigon. If they kill Druddigon, we can knock out the metal type with that final high pressure blast. We got Stadium card in play already. So they are forced to knock out one or the other. They can't do a double knockout. We got Manaphy as well if they play Urshifu. So whichever one they knock out, they're gonna have to face the other high damage attacker. We're doing 150 base damage plus choice belt, so it's quite a lot. We're doing quite a lot of damage for a basic 1 prize card. Okay, let's flip the coin. We got Tails. We always chose Tails, by the way. I always choose Tails because I'm kind of pessimistic. Pessimist is a realist, right? If you're a pessimist, you're a realist. But don't be too pessimistic though. It's a balance, isn't it? Everything's a healthy balance. So we got Druddigon, we got our Castform. I don't think we should be getting a Snore. If we get a Snorunt, we can evolve the next turn, but we can't attach energy. So we don't have an Entei. Let's just do the Castform. We should be getting Manaphy out as fast as we can. I forgot about Manaphy. But that's fine, we got 1 more turn to get Manaphy out. If we can't do Manaphy the next turn, they can quite easily Octillery for Rapid Flow and we're done. So we're gonna do our Magma Basin and then Marnie. Shauna or Marnie. I think Marnie is better because I don't think we need the other cards in our hand. We can shuffle it with item cards as well. We got quite a lot of items. Balls and rods and stuff. Energy Search as well. So we're gonna pull off a Marnie this turn. Hopefully get... I don't think we can switch though. We have only Bird Keeper for the switch effect. Scoop Up Net does the switch as well, but not for your V card. So we got the Bird Keeper, but we can't do it this turn. No energy discards, pausing the turn, which is bad. Because that means we just wasted that Magma Basin. If they do Tower of Waters, we're done. If they do Rapid Flow this turn, we are so dead. So we got a bad setup though. We should have gotten another level ball at least by now. We didn't get a quick ball either, no capture. That was quite unlucky, isn't it? We got four of each balls plus 1 Ultra Ball to get our Manaphy, and we didn't get it. So fortunately, they didn't get their VMAX. They got the double energy, but they didn't get the VMAX. Got Octillery as well. So that was quite lucky of us. We get to at least damage the Urshifu and get the Manaphy out right now. If we don't get Manaphy, we're done. So we have no choice but to do this. We got Raihan though. If they knock us out the next turn, we get to use Raihan for Druddigon to collect the knockout. If they evolve, we can still kill the VMAX because we got a choice belt attached to it. So we just need to Raihan and we're good. I'm wondering if we should attach a water or it doesn't really matter though, because if we discard if they knock us out, we're gonna have to discard all energies. If they play a Marnie though, I don't know if it's gonna help whichever one we attach. So their best bet is to not evolve, I suppose, to avoid a VMAX knockout, because we strike them first. I think they collect their first prize already. Shouldn't they have? Oh, they strike first. They damaged our Lumineon. So they got a Lumineon injured. We got it injured on our bench. 20 damage left. That means they just need Inteleon to kill Quick Shoot to collect the knockout. And I don't think we can do Aqua Return that fast. We got no double turbo, so Lumineon is not attacking that easily. They can already get Inteleon out the next turn with their Octillery, Quick Shoot for that final 2 damage counter, and they got 2 extra prize. Look at that. So we're gonna have to be very careful here. They got the second Urshifu out already. Okay, they chose not to evolve. So now we get to use Raihan because no Marnie, fortunately. We can't do Raihan on Lumineon. If we have a Snorunt, we could have done Raihan to Lumineon and then Aqua Return to not only collect the knockout, but also remove it, remove the damage counters from it. Remove it entirely from play, essentially. So let's get another attacker, either Entei or Castform. It's better to get Castform though. We could actually do another Raihan or a boss. We can get anything with a Raihan. So I'm wondering what we should be getting. We have a Cynthia in our hand. I don't think we need a support card. Should we get a choice belt? We don't have any attackers though, so I think that's the most pressing. Let's get the most high HP Pokemon. The highest HP card in play, because they can't actually do that much damage with Rapid Strike. So we're trying to stall them as much as we can with high HP cards. We can actually do enough damage for a 2-hit knockout with Entei as well. Burning Rondo for 180 base damage. At least. Even without your choice belt. So we just need to bench another one and get a choice belt out to kill the Urshifu if they don't evolve. We need Magma Basin as well though, so it's quite a lot that we need to pull off. Okay, they did a Melanie, so they're probably gonna evolve right now and do Rapid Flow. We have a Manaphy though, so they can't evolve, right? If they don't evolve, we may be able to knock it out with Burning Rondo, so they're gonna have to be very careful. It's gonna be quite difficult though, so our best bet here is to play our Snorunt as the new active. If Snorunt is the new active, we can actually do our Scoop Up Net and then Magma Basin for Burning Rondo. But it appears we didn't do that. It appears we did something else. That was quite weird. But we can actually do Froslass, my bad. We can actually Froslass for that water energy, so we don't need Magma Basin. We can actually do Basin to the bench Castform for the next attack. So let's just do Frost over for Entei. Attach that fire to Entei. Fleet Foot. I think we already Fleet Foot. We already did the ability, my bad. So bench the Castform and then play a Cynthia. Should we do a Cynthia or Research? Let's just scoop up and then Cynthia. We should be doing Cynthia though. But if we do a Cynthia, we can't actually get the Basin out that easily. So I'm just gonna do a research for the Basin. I really want that Basin. We got a Rod for Froslass. We got only a couple of Basin left in the deck. We didn't get the Basin, which is horrible. We got another Froslass. We got a Rod in the deck as well. So let's hope we get either. Oh, we were actually looking for that Choice Belt. We were looking for a Choice Belt for a one-hit KO. That's the reason we used the research. My bad. Sorry guys. This is actually a post-recorded audio. So that Choice Belt helped us do a Urshifu knockout. So now they're back to 0. They can't do Rapid Flow. They still haven't knocked out our Manaphy on the bench, so they're delayed by so much now. We have 2 prize cards left, they can't win. So we won against Urshifu, look at that. Rapid Strike Urshifu, that was a big win. Okay, we got Castform now. 1 ball. It's always disappointing to get 1 ball. We should be getting at least 1 basic on the bench, plus a ball or 2 balls to start with. I mean, it shouldn't be that much to ask for, because we have so many basic Pokemons in the deck. So many basic Pokemon, so many copies in this list, so many balls, so many ways to get our basic Pokemons out. Capture Energy, Gloria, Ultra Ball, so many things. We should be getting at least 1 of them, right? At least 2 of them. But we just got 1 bench Pokemon this turn, which is horrible. We got another Quick Ball though, so we're just gonna discard the Manaphy. We may actually fare better benching it, because Entei can actually do more damage with Manaphy. But we chose to discard it. I think we're getting an Entei. So if we discarded an energy, we can actually do Magma Basin this turn, but I don't think we did. So we're up against Charizard now. Leon's Charizard. Royal Blaze. So much damage with your Choice Belt and Magma Basin. Magma Basin is gonna help us though. It's gonna help us do a Charizard knockout, because we can't actually do the stage 2 knockout if they don't place damage counters on themselves. If they play Heat Energy, we can't do a 1-hit knockout. So we're gonna need 2 hits to kill a Charizard, which is horrible, because Choice Belt doesn't work for Charizard. Doesn't work against Charizard, my bad. So we're only doing 150/160 damage with our Pokemons. They are doing 300 plus damage. They can knock out anything. So if we can do a Charmander knockout this turn, that'd be great. We can do it. So we got a Quick Ball. We got Magma Basin already in play. Let's just get another attacker. We got no Froslass though, isn't that weird? We got no Froslass in the deck. So both is in the prize card. That's quite annoying, a bit ridiculous. We're gonna Quick Ball for a Druddigon. We're gonna bench both. Let's just bench 1 though, because they could play Avery at any moment. Oh well, let's just do that. If they do Avery, we have to discard 2 Pokemons on the bench, so always make sure you have like 4 Pokemons on the bench. Collapse Stadium as well. Until the very last minute, you know, until you can pull off a attack at the, you know, final moment. Don't bench all 5, unless you need them for support like Flaffy, then you have no choice. So here comes Cinccino, Raihan. Okay, Choice Belt, they got Magma Basin, but they're knocking out that Charmander though helped us a lot, because they have no bench now. They have to bench Charmander from the start, and they can't attack this turn. 40 damage though. They can't do a knockout this turn, but that Entei on the bench, that Entei on the active spot and the Lumineon as well is gonna give them extra 1 prize for each of the V cards that we play. So we have to somehow charge up Lumineon. We have to prepare Lumineon for the attack right now. If we don't prepare it to do the attack, they can quite easily knock out 2 of our V cards for 4 prize draw, and that's gonna destroy us completely. So we want to be avoiding that extra 1 prize by scooping up our Lumineon with the Aqua Return attack. So let's do Froslass for Lumineon. Do we have a Water Energy discarded though? I'm pretty sure we do. I don't think we have it yet though. We couldn't do a Milo because we already discarded. We already played our Bird Keeper. So let's do Frost over right now. We got the water. We're gonna attach the Lumineon. If they boss order the next turn though, they can actually do a Lumineon knockout first. If they are smart enough, they're gonna target Lumineon first and then kill the Entei later, because that actually helps them do a 4 prize draw with 2 hits. With 2 Charizard, they can do a 4 prize draw, and Entei is not leaving the battlefield. Entei has no way of leaving the active or the bench because it's stuck. We have no way of scooping it up. We cannot do the return attack. It has no way of escaping from the battlefield. Okay, if they get 2 boss order, we're done. They need to do quite a lot of things though. They already got the energy. So that means they just need a rare candy evolution and a boss. They didn't do their boss. That is a big deal. That means we get to do another Froslass. If we get an energy discarded, we need to somehow discard a water energy, Froslass, fire energy from the hand, and we can do Aqua Return. Let's hope we get to do it this turn. Okay, they just need 2 Leons in the discard pile to kill the Entei. They don't need much. Are they gonna pull it off? They got Air Balloon already. Snorlax. So they're playing Cinccino, Snorlax for this deck. Charizard, Cinccino, Snorlax. We actually did a search as their bath. That means, we're stopping them from... We're removing that Magma Basin, denying them that extra energy on their bench Pokemon. But Magma Basin is actually going to help us though, because it helps us place damage counters on their Charizard. Unless they play Heat Energy, we can knock it out with 1 hit if they do the Basin on themselves. So we're going to do Milo. We are forced to attach from our hand. We can't actually do our Lumineon because we can't Frost over. We should have attached the Lumineon though. That was a big mistake. If they Raihan, they can't do a boss order, so they have no experience share. Yeah, that means they can't attack on their next turn. They can't do a boss on their next turn, so we can actually do a Raihan for the Lumineon to attack. Yeah, that was the reason why I did the Druddigon, because they couldn't attack. They couldn't attack this turn without a Raihan. So no Lumineon knockout. Lumineon is staying alive, definitely. No Raihan, no boss, imagine that. No attacking Charizard. So they just gave us another turn of knockout. They gave us 4 prize, and they haven't even knocked out the Entei on the active spot, so this is super bad for them. Entei is still alive after so many turns. Entei is surviving. We got so many knockouts with Burning Rondo alone, we didn't even need to use our Revenge or High Pressure Blast. Aqua Return is coming though. It's gonna be quite late until we can pull off an Aqua Return. But I don't think we need it anymore. I don't think we need to be worried about the liability anymore, because they still need 3 knockouts. They can't attack this turn, and we got our 3rd prize. That means they need 3 knockouts. 4 knockouts, my bad. They need 2 V knockouts and 2 more 1 prize. They need 4 knockouts and we just need 2 more to win the game. So 2 turns is all we need. after this one, obviously. And they couldn't even knock out Entei because we have Surge Hazard Bath. Not even without the Surge Hazard Bath though, because we have 230 HP. So they need that extra 10 damage even without the Stadium. Look at that. They couldn't, like, that was too weak. They couldn't Rare Candy evolve fast enough. So let's go for the next one. They have a Tapu Bulu deck box. Tapu Bulu is quite sad though, isn't it? The GX is quite bad. I suppose that's why they're bringing it back to the Sword and Shield format. Giving it a 1 price, quite strong actually. 80 damage plus 80 more if you discard all energies from this Pokemon. And you get to use Cherim to attach it fast, discard, and then reattach, discard, reattach. So Training Court with your Tapu Bulu. That's like the obvious pair though, but 160 is not that much. With your Choice Belt, it's gonna help out a lot. You need to keep recycling your energies though, which is quite a heavy cost, and somehow draw it into your hand. 3 energies is quite a lot to pull off in a single turn. Plus those evolution and, you know, switch cards as well. I think it's quite a lot to pull off. So Tapu Bulu not that strong. Tapu Fini is a Rapid Strike now. We have a Rapid Strike Tapu Fini in the standard, but it's doing 120 damage for Ocean Loop. Not a lot. You have to put 2 energies back into your hand, so you get to keep playing Rapid Strike energy and then attach an extra somehow with a Cherim or something, you know, Frostmoth or something, and an Ocean Loop for 120 damage is quite bad. Ludicolo though, because it's a basic, so don't underestimate basic Pokemon just because you can. Enthusiastic Dance for extra 100 damage. So here comes Centiskorch. We're up against Centiskorch VMAX with Cinderace, Single Strike Cinderace. They're playing a Bunny Centipolar Bunny combo. So a VMAX attacker with a stage 2 attacker. Very weird, quite bizarre to be honest. But Magma Basin, they have it. They actually played Magma Basin. It's gonna help out a lot for your Centiskorch, because it just need the, you can actually attack on the first turn if you have a free energy attacker. If you have a free retreat, free retreat Pokemon on your active on the first turn, going second, you can actually attack with your Centiskorch with that 1 Magma Basin and 2 fire energy in your hand, discard with a quick ball, and you're good to go. Oh, you have to evolve though, my bad. Sorry, you can't actually do it. You have to evolve. So you can do Searing Flame for 20 damage, but you can't do the max attack. G-Max Centiferno, that is like the VMAX attack. Okay, we're gonna do Bird Keeper probably, and then attach the water. We could be discarding it with our Ultra Ball if we get another energy. Okay, let's do Ultra Ball. Let's Level Ball for another Castform. Ultra Ball, discard the fire. Attach the water from our hand, and then Magma Basin the fire back to... Oh, we actually decided not to. I think we already have a fire discarded. Okay, that's interesting. I think we played a Quick Ball. Yep, we played a Quick Ball. So I wasn't quite focused. Talking too much about Centiskorch. Okay. So they also have a Victini, by the way. They got Victini, Centiskorch, 2 different V cards, and also a 1 prize Cinderace. 2 energy attacker, stage 2, not bad though. Get to use Magma Basin for your Cinderace, for your Victini. Fire types are crazy now, especially the VMAX. You just need 2 energies to attack Chandelier VMAX, Victini, Centiskorch, all 2 energy attackers. All 2 energies. Flareon VMAX with your Elemental Badge, also just 2 energies. Okay, we're just gonna attach the fire, somehow retreat. We don't have... We can actually scoop it up though, but if we scoop it up right now, they're gonna knock us out with that Centiskorch. So let's just prepare the other Castform. Let's just save our other cards. We're not gonna do a Froslass. So I was actually deciding whether to do a Score Bunny knockout because we can actually retreat. If we do a retreat right now with the Ultra Ball, Frost over, and then attach a fire from our hand, we can attack with either Revenge or retreat and then attack with Castform. But that would be wasting our Snorunt. It would be wasting our Froslass because we only have that many to spare. We have no Scoop Up Net in our hand yet. So let's just prepare the next one. We're gonna just sacrifice our Druddigon in the active spot. If they do a boss and retreat, we have no choice but to kill off our Centiskorch. Sorry, kill off our Castform, but that's still a better deal. It's still a better deal because we actually have our Snorunt, Froslass to charge up our Druddigon to do an attack, and then Castform or Druddigon to collect the final knockout. So whichever they knock out, they're gonna have to face the other attacker, and the other attacker is gonna have a choice belt on it, and that's gonna collect the knockout. Against a VMAX, we have a high chance of winning just because we only need 2 hits to collect 3 prize. We're doing so much damage with Castform and Druddigon. Basic attacker as well. So to cheat the energy cost, we have our Magma Basin and Frost Over ability. Scoop Up Nets to recycle them. To discard our energies, we have our Milo, Research, Quick Ball. No Aurora energy though. I would actually recommend having 1 copy of Aurora because you get to use it for Druddigon. And you can't actually do it though. It doesn't really make sense because you can't Magma Basin to your Druddigon. You can't do a Basin for your Druddigon. And that actually confines you in terms of fire energy. So it's actually better to have more fire basic than your water basic, and I prefer not having that Aurora energy at all. Because even though it helps you discard your basic, it doesn't really do much for Druddigon. Because Frost Over only helps you get that extra water energy. I guess you could replace another water with the Aurora, but it's not gonna help out with Froslass, right? If you replace a fire for Aurora, it's not gonna help with Magma Basin. So you have a lower chance of playing your Basin, lower chance of attaching fire energy from your discard pile to your Castform, lower chance of attacking fast with your High Pressure Blast, which is the first attack we need to be using. Otherwise, we can't do as much damage with Revenge, because we are basically forcing them to knock out either Druddigon or our Castform. If they knock out Druddigon on the bench, we can still attack with the same Castform. All we need to do is search for another Stadium card, because you actually have to discard a Stadium after playing that attack, after doing damage. So right now, we just need to somehow get a Froslass and a Fire Energy. We just need those 2. Are we gonna get it? A Level Ball and a Fire Energy. That's all we need. We got a lot more Fire Energy in the deck. 4 Fire, 2 Basic Energy Search. It's just called Energy Search, by the way, but I keep calling it Basic Energy Search. So we got the Froslass, we got the Bear Froslass, and Ultra Ball as well. We can even get it with a Level Ball. So we have a very high chance of getting our Froslass, but Fire Energy is quite difficult. We got 2 Energy Search though, so not that impossible to get those 2 out. We have a lot of different cards to support us, to cheat our way to those 2 different types of energy, to the colorful combo to help us attack with Druddigon. Water and fire, it fits the color, doesn't it? It fits the red and blue color of Druddigon. Okay, we're gonna kill it with Revenge, and then we don't need a choice belt. I was checking if we need that extra 30 damage. We don't need this. Don't need to attach the tool card yet. We're gonna save the tool card for our next attacker. So here comes the Cinderace. They may just Magma Basin and then attack with the Victini. They can actually knock us out with Victini. So Druddigon is not surviving 1 turn. After attacking with this dragon, you have to expect it to get knocked out. Because if they knock out any one of your other Pokemon, they're gonna have to face Revenge all over again. They're gonna have to face 160 damage all over again, 190 if we have a choice belt. So their best bet is to kill off the Druddigon right now. And they did the Victini. They did Magma Basin. I don't think they can attack with it though, because they're already attached to the Reboot, which is actually quite silly. I don't know why they did that. They attached the energy from the hand. They wasted that energy turn for the Reboot. So sometimes you panic in a game and you kind of want to one-up your opponent. Like, you get impatient in trying to, you know, win the game, and you actually mess up a few turns. So that was definitely a big mistake right there, because they just need 2 energies on Cinderace, right? I think they were planning on retreating, maybe? The Cinderace can't attack after doing Fireball Shot. This Pokemon can't attack after damaging your opponent's Pokemon. So that means they're gonna have to retreat, switch, or Bird Keeper. Okay, we get to do Castform right now. We can actually knock it out with our High Pressure Blast. We should be doing Entei though. If we do Entei, we can kill the Victini. I don't know what we're gonna do right now. So all we need is a Boss Order on the next turn to kill the Cinderace for that final prize. We got Entei ready to go. Entei is very easy. We just need 2 energies to attack. They got 4 prize left, so they're not gonna win that easily. They're not gonna collect the knockout that easily. We can't even play a Lumineon because they still need 2 strikes. We already got our first strike this turn. We just need 1 more strike on the next. So it's gonna be very easy going forward. We just have to do a knockout right now. If we don't do a knockout right now, it's impossible. So let's do our Water Energy to Castform. We should be attacking with Castform though, because we can actually do the knockout right now. We have a Choice Belt. Okay. We're gonna save the Choice Belt just because 180 is already enough. We're forced to discard energies from Druddigon. We should have done the Castform definitely, because it has free retreat. We can retreat on the next turn. And we can even save Entei from a knockout. If they somehow bench another Victini, retreat, and then do Energy Burst, it's not enough though. Entei has quite high HP, so they need to somehow... they just need Cinderace. If they get the Evolution Incense, they can knock us out. But if they attack with Cinderace though... oh, we can't knock it out. We can't knock it out with our Castform. 150 damage is not enough, I don't think. Cinderace has quite high HP. I think it's 170. So it was definitely a big mistake using Entei too fast. We could have done the knockout with our Castform and then save Entei at the bench spot. They can quite easily do a Boss Order though. But if we have Entei, you know, secured at the bench. So we did a Lumineon for a Boss Order, which was quite interesting. So we were trying to show off right here. Because we actually won the game already. We don't actually need to do boss because we can collect the knockout with even Burning Rondo on the active, because we have a Choice Belt. That means we can do a base 210 damage. Look at that. We can do 180 plus 30 more damage with that Choice Belt. So that's a total of 210, knocking out the Centiskorch V with 1 hit. So that was a big win. Not that big a win because they didn't get the Cinderace. Yeah, should have attacked with Castform definitely. So it's always important to, you know, analyze the situation. Don't attack too fast. See what your opponent can do on their next turn. They can evolve to the Cinderace, and we should have anticipated that. They can collect the knockout on the Entei, and if they do that, we're stuck with no attackers but, you know, Castform, and Castform can't do a knockout. If they retreat, we're gonna have to get a Boss Order to finish up the Cinderace, because Cinderace has I think 170 HP, so it's quite a lot. We can still win quite easily, but it's gonna be a bit more difficult. If they play a Marnie as well, it's gonna be much more difficult. A bit of a puzzle. So we got no attackers but Entei this game, which is not great. We got at least a Surchastepath and Cynthia. We're up against Urshifu again. Rapid Strike Urshifu. We got Manaphy to start with though. So we actually benched the Manaphy early. Because we already have one attacker, we don't need to get another one. Okay. They're gonna get the Sobble fast. Because they need the quick shoot. If they can quick shoot the Manaphy on the bench enough times, they can kill it while doing a rapid flow on the same turn. So they need 2 turns though. They need to bench 2 Sobbles right now. And then evolve it to stage 2. They need a lot of turns actually. They need 4 more turns to do a Manaphy knockout with damage counters. So might as well just do a boss knockout, right? If they boss knockout the Manaphy, they just need 1 turn. Okay, we're just gonna do Surchastepath and Cynthia. We're not gonna evolve obviously. Unless we have a water energy. Discarded. I didn't think we discarded anything. Oh, I think we did. So we're gonna do Crystal Breath. We're actually gonna do Crystal Breath to knock out the active, because that actually helps us draw 5 cards with Cynthia. And we got the fire energy. We're gonna do we're actually gonna search for a water energy. Hope for a Magma Basin. We should be getting a Lumineon, because we have an empty hand. We have no supporter cards. I'm wondering if we should get a Snorunt. If we get a Snorunt, we can't save our hand though. So we are forced to get a Lumineon to prepare for the next turn. I don't think they're playing Path to the Peak. Playing a Rapid Strike needs your Tower of Waters. So we can expect to save ourselves. We can expect to be protected against Path to the Peak. We're playing Stadium cards as well, so if they play Path, we have our 4 copies of Magma Basin and 1 Surchastepath to help us. We already played the Surchaster though. So we're keeping the fire energy inside the deck, and we actually search for a water energy. Got a basic search for another fire for Entei. So all we need to do is retreat and do Burning Rondo later. We can't actually attack with Froslass a second time, because Crystal Breath doesn't allow you to attack on the next turn. So 90 damage is not a lot, but it can actually be a surprise attacker. Can actually do 180 damage to your opponent's fire type Pokemon as well. So 180 is enough to knock out a 1 prize fire Pokemon as well. 1 prize fire, or at least do decent damage to a 1 prize to a VMAX fire Pokemon. So Froslass is also an additional attacker just because we're playing water type, water energies and fire as well. And they just killed Froslass, which is bad because we can't scoop it up now. We got another Snorunt ready to go though. We are ready to bench another Snorunt this turn. That's what I meant. Okay, we're gonna attach the fire, do a Burning Rondo, get our Snorunt. We're just gonna discard the energy search with the quick ball. We don't want to be discarding too many energies because we need to be attaching from our hand a fire energy with our for our Druddigon to do 160. We cannot attach with Magma Basin. Druddigon is a dragon type, it's not a fire type. So Magma Basin doesn't work for Druddigon. Isn't that sad? If only it works for Druddigon, we would be we don't even need Froslass anymore, right? If we can do Magma Basin for Druddigon. But Froslass actually helps you attack faster with your Castform as well. Because if you do Magma Basin, Froslass, and attach from your hand, you can do in a single turn High Pressure Blast, Castform on your bench, and then retreat with another Castform. You can do 150 damage, decent amount of damage, non-stop as well. Quite powerful. Okay, Luminous Sign for a Marnie. We're gonna save our hand. Hopefully get Magma Basin. We should be getting that card out by now. We got 4 copies though. Like, it's quite bizarre that we haven't got it yet. No Basin. We got a Fleetfoot. Let's hope we get Fleetfoot for a Basin. Come on. Come on, Magma. No Magma. We got a Raihan though. So Raihan for a Froslass. But we can't actually do the final energy attachment. We need another 1 energy. So it's quite annoying that we don't have an energy in our hand. If they kill Entei somehow, I don't think they can do it though. It's not possible for Urshifu to kill Entei, right? So that's the bad thing about Rapid Strike, is that you can't kill a V card with 1 hit. And with Manaphy out now, I don't think Rapid Urshifu is going to do much. Rapid Urshifu needs like a lot of boss orders to get around the Manaphy problem. They didn't get their Drizzle for boss, so Manaphy is still in play, and they just wasted their... They didn't get the Tower of Waters though. That means they can't do Gale Thrust. They are forced to do GMAX Rapid Flow, which is quite sad, discarding all of their energy cards for only 1 Pokemon. 120 on 1 Pokemon, and SSH-BRS actually helps us reduce that damage as well. They're only doing 100 damage with the Rapid Flow instead of a total of 240. They can even do more with Passimian Telescopic Sight, but they can do up to like 180 multiplied by 2. 360 damage for Rapid Flow. So instead of 360, which is the max amount they get to do, they're doing a minimum of 100 damage thanks to SSH-BRS and Manaphy. We can't even collect the knockout with 𝓿𝓮𝓷𝓰𝓮𝓿 a second time. 230 thanks to Choice Belt. This is ridiculous. We're winning Urshifu so easily. We don't even need Druddigon. We haven't played a single copy of Druddigon yet. Okay, we got Level Ball, we got Druddigon. We can, we are ready to attack with that dragon. We should be saving Castform on the bench. Attack with Druddigon first. Because we can't actually attack that easily. If we use our Frost Over for Castform, we can't use it for Druddigon anymore. If we use Raihan, we even have a Raihan, so we don't need Magma Basin. We can do Raihan for Magma Basin, and then Froslass. That means we can do 4 energy attachment in a single turn. Raihan, Frost Over, Magma Basin, and 1 energy from the hand. 4 energies in a single turn. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? And it's not just any energy. We're attaching water and fire energy to our 1 prize Pokemon. 1 prize Pokemon, that's unheard of. Okay, now we just need a boss. We're gonna Raihan for a boss actually. We're not gonna, we don't need a Magma Basin. We don't need to attach that many energies. We just need to Raihan attach with Froslass to the Druddigon, and then attach the fire from our hand to Castform, and then boss order on the next turn to collect the Urshifu knockout unless they do a Cheryl. If they do a Cheryl, it's going to be a bit more difficult. We can do a boss against the Crobat though. We got Choice Belt ready to go. So Choice Belt can actually kill the Crobat. So thanks to the Crobat, we can actually save ourselves. Unless they pull off a Collapse Stadium right now. If they collapse, we can't target the Crobat anymore. So here comes the Inteleon at long last. They haven't evolved it yet though, they couldn't do it. Because they did the Drizzle this turn. So no Quick Shoot yet, not just yet. We got Druddigon ready to go. We even top decked a Magma, look at that, we top decked a Magma Basin, that was super lucky. Well, we should be getting it by now, right? We should be getting it on our last turn actually. Because we drew quite a lot of cards on the last turn. And we got 4 copies in this deck, like, come on. It's a bit bogus that we haven't got it already. So it's not that bad, it's not that lucky to be top decking it by now. Okay, here comes Magma Basin for another Castform. We're gonna Raihan and Frost Over. Water energy. Fire energy. Choice Belt. So if we attach it right now, we can avoid a Marnie. If we attach it later, we can, avoid them from doing Cheryl and Knockout. If they do Cheryl and then retreat, Tower of Waters, retreat to Urshifu to do a Gale Thrust, they can not only knock us out, they can remove those damage, they can remove the tool card. Oh, but they can't do a Marnie and a Cheryl at the same time. So if they do a Cheryl, we got another choice belt in our hand. If they do a Marnie, we can just do the boss order. Oh, we can't do the boss, my bad. If they do a Marnie, we're quite screwed though. So Marnie is gonna totally destroy us. No Marnie, look at that. We won the game. Melanie seals the game. It's already finished. We just need to boss the Crobat. Cheryl, even if they heal with Lucky Ice Pop, all we need is a Crobat knockout. Collapse Stadium though, I keep forgetting about that card. So if they do, if their deck is that weird, if their deck is that off meta enough to have Lucky Ice Pop in them, or Mumu Cheese or something like that, they can heal enough damage to avoid the knockout. And then Collapse Stadium to remove the Crobat, to deny us that final 2 prize. And then all they need is to quick shoot. It's actually quite close though, because all they need is to quick shoot on the next turn and then Rapid Flow for the last prize. So they actually got the Inteleon quite late. If they were fast by 1 turn, they can actually win the game. Look at that. If we don't do a 2 prize draw, they can kill the Manaphy and then Gale Thrust. They can just do a Gale Thrust even to do their final prize draw. So that was quite close. Phew. We won against Urshifu again. Rapid Strike Urshifu. That was another big win. That was more intense though than the first one. Definitely more intense than the first one. Okay, now let's go for the next one. We have a Marnie deck box, Marnie deck sleeve, Marnie coin, Marnie everywhere. There's gonna be the new Juniper coin, by the way, the Juniper themed deck sleeve and accessories. Professor Juniper from Black and White. I'm not sure why. They should be promoting Professor Rowan, right? Brilliant Stars, Brilliant Diamond, my bad. Shining Pearl. But they're promoting Juniper instead. There's no Lysander though. There's Marnie. There's Juniper. I actually thought Marnie was the champion. Marnie is not the champion. Leon is the champion. So you get to battle Marnie in the Champion Cup. The reason I thought that, if you guys actually watch my Marnie Morpeko video, I actually talk a lot about Marnie there. A lot of misinformation about Marnie for that video. Sorry about that. So Marnie is not the champion. She's just part of Team 𝘿, one of the villains in Team 𝘿. And she's actually fighting to be the next champion. And you get to fight her in the Champion Cup. But I never played the Sword and Shield game, so that's why I don't know. I never played that game. Surprise, surprise. Because I'm a TCG fan. I'm a card game fan. I love card games because you have to think so much. You have to be very extra strategic to be able to win and get around a lot of problems. You have a lot of problem solving for your card game. As opposed to your Nintendo game, it's not that. It has puzzles of its own, but I prefer just card games in general. Trading card game is so much more fun. I may actually play another different card game on Twitch soon. Not sure when, but I'm gonna stream that on Twitch. A different card game though. So if you guys are interested, join my Twitch channel. It's gonna, be live back. I actually got cold on Twitch for quite a while now because my streaming is not working. My stream software decided to break down on me, so I can't actually stream anymore. And it's actually quite difficult for me to stream with unpredictable Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi sometimes go crazy for no reason. So that's why I can't afford to do Twitch. I can't do Pokemon TCG on Twitch anymore, but I can do some other games, like mobile games on Twitch. That's still possible, I think, I hope. Okay, let's get a Froslass out. We're gonna Frost over... I'm not sure if we want to attack with Druddigon. Let's just do Revenge. We don't want to be wasting our energy cards though. Magma Basin doesn't help much, but if we can get an extra energy, we should be doing now. If we do it later, that's gonna be bad. And I was actually thinking about our opponent. I was actually considering whether to play that Stadium because our opponent is playing Fire-type Pokemon. But as I said, Magma Base is gonna help us unless they play Heat Energy or Big Charm. They're playing Choice Belt though, as you can see. So no Big Charm, but we have to watch out for Heat Energy. If they play Heat Energy, they can't attach with Magma Basin, so I don't think they have that many Heat Energies in their deck. If they don't have HP boost, we can actually kill them with one hit of High Pressure Blast, which is what we want to be looking for. Either one hit of Revenge or High Pressure Blast. Otherwise, we're gonna have to waste that Entei, Burning Rondo, and they just Boss ordered the Entei, so this is quite bad. We're up against Charizard again, and they have Altaria this time. You know, one Snorlax, one Cinccino, one Altaria. So quite weird. We're gonna research. We're gonna shuffle back the energy so that we get to draw it back into our hand. Because if we do a research right now, we can actually attach an extra one with Magma Basin. So let's research, and then attach from our hand a capture maybe. So Entei is actually wasting us that extra price. It's giving them the advantage, definitely. So Magma Base is going to help us reduce the HP down to 150. So if they don't play a Raihan, they're going to be forced to base in to their bench. And that's going to help us a lot. So we are playing a basic Pokemon, full-on basic attackers. That means we don't need to Rare Candy evolve. We can attack every single turn quite easily. With Froslass to help out with the energy cost, with Magma Basin to help out with Castform. So we don't need much. They actually need Rare Candy evolution. They need to discard Leon. They don't need Choice Belt though. So all they need is Rare Candy really. They need to retreat with Altaria. So to set up, they just need Leons in the discard pile and one Altaria in play. And then that actually carries them forward for the rest of the game. So if they can pull out a level ball for Altaria this turn, it's gonna help them a lot. Quick ball for another Charmander probably. There we go. Okay, let's hope Royal Blaze doesn't knock us out. They're probably gonna do it by now. There we go. Another Leon, 230. At least 230 already. Oh my goodness. So they got their first two prize. They are actually ahead of us right now. But we can kill it quite easily though, because they got no heat energy, fortunately. We're gonna use Druddigon. It's the same thing, because Druddigon needs another 10 damage to do a Bear Charizard knockout. So it doesn't matter if we attack with Castform or Druddigon. Let's just attack with this one. And let's not forget that Froslass can attack as well. You're gonna see later that I actually did Crystal Breath for a Charizard knockout, which is quite mad. Which is madness. 90 damage. They can't avoid the weakness because it's a fire type. We don't have Dunsparce, no more weakness guard energy, no coating energy for fire types. So the only hope of guarding yourself from weakness, if you're playing anything but colorless and metal Pokemon, the only way of guarding your Pokemon from weakness is with Chandelier from Rebel Clash. And even then, even if you have that stage 2 card in play, you need to have energy attached to your Pokemon to be able to activate the ability. So all of your Pokemon with energies attached to them have no weakness. If you have no energy attached to that Pokemon, if they play Crushing Hammer, they can deactivate Chandelier's ability and hit the weakness once more. So if they play Phantom Waves, Crushing Hammer, or Clefable, stuff like that, they can actually shut down your Chandelier's ability and target the weakness, doing double the damage all over again. So Chandelier is quite a bad card, to be honest. So stage 2, you get the top entry though, which is not bad. So I'm not sure if it's worth playing. I may look into that card. Okay, now they're playing Altaria. They got it already. They just need a rare candy to continue the attack flow. We got a Search Chester Bath. I don't think we're playing the Bath. If we do the Bath, we can't hope to knock them out that easy. We have no more Entei. So our only hope is to do a one-hit knockout against the Charizard. If they keep doing rare candy, if they do a Charmeleon this turn, it's going to be extra bad. I think they discarded quite a lot of Charmeleons though. Let's hope they don't do double Charmeleon. That's going to be so bad. Okay, here comes Charizard. Magma Basin. We got a boss ready to go. Quick Ball for another basic. A Swablu. If we play Avery though, if we have an Avery, I don't think they can win that easily. Because they need to keep benching. They need to keep re-benching a Charizard. A Charmander, my bad. Because the Charmander is discarded. They can't afford to discard the Cinccino or Altaria. Cinccino, maybe? I don't know. Maybe they should discard the Altaria, but it's free retreat though. The ability is not that great. It only works for the first few turns, but later on it can help you for the free retreat. So Altaria is very powerful in that sense. Any free retreat cost cards is worth playing just because of that one trait. Free retreat Castform, free retreat anything has high value just because of that. So we got our Froslass. We're gonna do Froslass right now. Save our Castform. We should be attacking with Castform though. We got Scoop Up Net for another Froslass. We're not gonna do Lumineon. So let's just do the simple ones. Let's just Frost over to the active and then scoop up the other Froslass and do a surprise Crystal Breath. I actually forgot about the Crystal Breath. My radar wasn't, my radar is not on Froslass yet as the attacker, as per this game, because this is actually a post-recorded audio. That's why I know I should be using Froslass, but while I was playing this game, I actually didn't realize that I could attack with Froslass to collect a Charizard knockout, because it's actually water type, ice type, but you get to target the fire weakness, double damage with Crystal Breath, which is madness. So we did another Castform. So we need 3 more prize. We got Druddigon ready to go. If we do Froslass on itself, we can't attack with Druddigon that easily. So we're gonna need to somehow get Raihan or another Scoop Up Net. We got our Lumineon for the final Raihan. So we just need 3 more Pokemons, 3 more attackers. We got Froslass for the additional attacker. Castform already charged. We just need to Lumineon at the last minute, get the Raihan out for our Druddigon, and we're good to go. We actually had to discard the Stadium card though. That means we could be helping them avoid a knockout. If they don't do Basin though, they can't actually attach the energy. They can't do... Obviously, they can't play Experience Share. It doesn't help them for this turn. It helps them for the next turn. So no Raihan means they can't attack. So not attacking this turn means... we just need 2 more attackers. We got our 3rd prize. So we got Froslass. We don't even need Druddigon. We don't need the last Raihan. Lumineon is useless now. Not useless, but unnecessary. So there's no longer a need for Luminous Sign. Otherwise, we would have needed the final Raihan to collect the last prize card. So no Charizard, look at that. They actually did an energy though. How did they do that? They got an extra energy. I wasn't watching, but I have no idea how they got the extra energy. So let's just do... I think they did an energy switch or something. So let's Froslass right now. I think we played Froslass. I'm pretty sure we played a Froslass. Like, maybe on the next turn. I don't know. I forgot what I did this turn. So we should be playing the Stadium card and then attacking with the same Castform, because that's like the easiest way, the easiest attack. If we don't do it now, they're gonna do a Marnie, right? So let's prepare our Druddigon, because whichever one that they knock out, Druddigon is still good to go. If they knock out Druddigon, they're gonna have to face Castform, but Castform cannot attack without Stadiums though. So I don't think we have that many Stadium cards left. We got maybe 2 more Magma Basin in the deck, could be in the prize card, so Castform is always quite risky to play. If you are relying on the ability to attack with Castform, you need extra Stadium cards to attack with, because you can't do any damage without a Stadium in play. So that's the bad thing about this card. It's doing a lot of damage for basic Pokemon though. 150 is a lot, but you have to keep discarding your Stadium card. You have to keep playing a Stadium card from your hand every single turn, which is madness. Okay, here comes Charizard, and we finally did the Froslass. I'm 100% sure that we did a Crystal Breath this turn, because we have no Stadium card, no way of attacking other than with Crystal Breath. We can't attack with Druddigon because they did knock us out on their last turn. We can't attack with Castform because we have no Stadium cards in play. So our only bet is Froslass. That was the moment that my radar got onto Crystal Breath. Playing a water type, we should have noticed that earlier, which I've been aware. Should have been more alert, but that's fine. So Choice Belt is doing nothing. Let's just discard it with our Ultra Ball. We don't need another Castform because we got 2 ready to go, and it's gonna be useless if we have no more Stadium cards. So let's just discard the Castform and the Choice Belt with our Ultra Ball and search to see what we have inside the deck. Get rid of another Pokemon so that we get to draw out the right cards. We're gonna draw out the Manaphy. So we got 3 Basins. We can attack with Castform quite easily. We got 2 energies left. So all we need is 1 of the 5 cards we have. Out of the 5 draw, we're only drawing 5 cards with Marnie. Can't draw any more. We can actually do Lumineon for research, but we don't have a research, right? We don't have a research inside the deck. So if we don't get either the Basin or the energy, we can't do a Charizard. We can't do a Basin though, because Basin's not gonna give us a knockout. Charizard has no damage counters on it. That means we need to use Froslass. We had to use Froslass because Basin is not giving us a knockout. 150 damage with High Pressure Blast is not enough. So we kill a Charizard, we just need 1 final knockout to win the game with 1 prize. They got 3 prize left and they just conceded, look at that. They need another rare candy for the last Charizard. So that's all for this video, hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you next time, have a great day and bye for now lovely people, enjoy your life!